What a massive event that was! Poatan just destroyed Ankalaev to reclaim his belt, and the Georgian machine, Merab Dvalishvili, defended his bantamweight title for the third time, tying the division record and further cementing his legacy as one of the greatest bantamweights ever. And get this, Merab is already talking about coming back in December. In his post-fight interview with MMA Junkie, the champ said he wants to fight again in just 2 months, targeting none other than Peter Yan for his next defense. His first fight with Peter was nothing but destructive, dominance from start to finish, and it's hard to imagine a different outcome in the rematch, but we'll find out. Merab also spoke about that wild moment in the fight where he nearly finished Sandhagen, saying the referees should have stepped in to stop it. Either way, it was another dominant performance from the Cardio King, who just keeps making elite contenders look ordinary. At this point, Merab's next move is to lap the entire division in rematches, since he's already beaten almost everyone at the top, and a rematch with Yan feels like the perfect next chapter. Let's hear what Merab had to say.
Yeah, I want to be busy, and I don't want to wait too much the next contenders. Like, I think Peter is 3-fight win streak. He's former champion, and I think he deserved title fight, and I think so. If UFC wants, I'm ready to fight in December, no problem.
Well, right now there's no main event for December, so maybe you guys get the main event.
Maybe. Let's see. That would be good. Yes, I was impressing actually about how he was defending my takedowns, and yeah, to get up, he was doing a great job. Also, he was pushing my hand. That way, he was making tired my hands, and yeah, he was well prepared, well training, and then like, I think striking is more easier than wrestling with him, because he was making my wrestling way harder than striking. Striking, I had much success with him.
Jiri Prochazka is wasting no time after that brutal knockout win over Khalil Roundtree. Just minutes after his highlight finish, Jiri called out Alex Pereira for a trilogy fight. The only issue, he's already lost to Pereira twice, and there's a new contender on the rise, Carlos Ulberg, who's been dominant and is widely expected to be next in line for the title shot. To make things even more complicated, Pereira himself has been openly talking about moving up to heavyweight for a potential super fight, making the light heavyweight division complete chaos right now. Everyone's waiting to see which direction the UFC goes. Dana White confirmed his interest in Pereira moving up a weight class, but said they still need to sit down and discuss things, since there are still options left at 205. And while Jiri's finish over Roundtree was undeniably spectacular, his performance leading up to that knockout didn't exactly scream title shot material. With Ulberg knocking on the door and Pereira possibly eyeing a new division, the future at 205 is looking wild. Let's dive into what Jiri had to say.
Was there ever moments in the first and second round where you were thinking, oh, I'm being too patient, I'm being too calm?
Yeah, that was right. That was right. I was too patient, and that was something I didn't realize, that I waited too much for a counter, too much waiting for a counter, because I thought like that will be there. I'm on the place. I will catch him really clearly with the counter, but his technique and his attitude was just waiting for my attacks, good defense and go back, good defense and go back. So I needed to change it, and I changed it in the third one.
What would be different in a third fight in your mind?
I will take all these 2 fights, what I've learned from, and I will not repeat my mistakes. I will be just better. I will find a way.
Middleweight champ Khamzat Chimaev immediately called out Pereira after his huge win over Ankalaev, tweeting, "Alex, congrats, now we need to finish our business." Fans instantly lit up at the possibility, but at the press conference, Pereira made it clear he's only focused on moving up to heavyweight. Alex also added that he has zero interest in facing the winner of Aspinall versus Gann for the heavyweight belt, and is aiming for something monumental, a Jon Jones fight at the White House. While a Khamzat matchup would be a massive clash, Pereira's sights are clearly set on a generational super fight, something that could define his legacy. Meanwhile, Khamzat's teammate Arman Tsarukyan has been pushing him to move up, first to light heavyweight and eventually to heavyweight, insisting the Chechen can absolutely be a serious problem at those weights. With both fighters eyeing historic fights, The light heavyweight landscape is buzzing, and fans are left wondering if and when these two stars will finally collide. Even if it doesn't happen right away, the talk alone has UFC fans already dreaming of one of the biggest matchups in recent memory.
Middleweight champion Khamzat Chimaev has called you out and said that congratulations, but now you guys need to finish your business. Are you aware of what business that is, and are you interested in him moving up to fight you at this stage?
Thanks for congratulating me, but all I want is a super fight. I want to fight at heavyweight, but all I can say is thank you.
Só agradeço só pelos parabéns.
When Dana White was in here, he didn't seem over the moon about the idea of you fighting at heavyweight. If you could send a message to him, I'm sure you'll have meetings and stuff, but what would your pitch be to move up to heavyweight?
Não precisa. A gente teve conversa lá atrás.
No need. We already talked backstage.
What did he say?
O que ele falou?
Segredo.
It's a secret.
Ilia Topuria couldn't hide his admiration after the insane UFC 320 card, especially watching his friend and fellow countryman Merab Dvalishvili absolutely dismantle Cory Sandhagen with that legendary, relentless pace and unmatched cardio. On his Instagram story, Topuria poured out a heartfelt message in Spanish, now translated into English. Brother, we have already reached the point where your victories seem almost normal, but we all know how hard it is to get there. I say this with pride. You are a living legend, an example of hard work, sacrifice, and heart. Beyond being a fighter, you are an incredible person with a soul too big for your chest. We love you, we support you, and we are with you in every step. Looking ahead, El Matador's next fight is expected early 2026, and while there's still some speculation, with a few pundits believing Justin Gaethje could get the next shot, all signs point to Paddy Pimblett being his first title defense at 155. That matchup is shaping up to headline Paramount's first UFC card of the new year, setting the stage for a clash fans have been dreaming about. Let's see how Paddy is preparing for this potential matchup.
Obviously, you've got to get that striking time better if I'm fighting El Chirizo. That's a lot what I want to work on, but me grappling always feels phenomenal. As you see in them rounds, lad, when I get people on the floor, they don't get up, lad. They smother people. Like Khamzat against DDP the weekend, once I get you down and I'm on top of you and I'm smothering you, lad, you're not getting up, lad. I'm controlling you. I'm making you feel my weight and making you feel some shots at the same time. That's the thing, lad, when I get on top of someone, you're not getting up. Nice to be back home for a bit, settled in, training every day. Since my fight, lad, a couple of days later I went to Dubai for 2 weeks. Then I went to Cyprus for a week, then went to America for 6 weeks. Got home, was home for like 2 days. Had to go to Monaco for the weekend, so it's nice to just be home, be settled, be in the gym training with everyone.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.